Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dan selamat sejahtera. Petang ni kita kembali lagi bersama kelas online yang ke-6, 31 hari bulan Mac 2020. Okey, so kita mulakan dengan soalan yang pertama. Macam biasa kita ada 5 soalan. Okey, soalan kali ni cikgu masih lagi ambil soalan sebenar past year question. Past year question, soalan yang sebenar. Okay, so give an example for the given method structure of type based on the following segment. Okay, so giving you the coding segment, and then the question is you want the example of method. Okay, what's the question one? So you want the first one, the user defined method that you can get in the coding segment, and then the standard library and the parameter. So the user defined method you can see here is maximum. So how to write? Okay, you can write maximum or you can write full maximum INTP, comma INTQ for the first one. Okay, and then for the second one, what is the standard library method? So standard library method we can find here is math.sqrt. You can write full math.sqrt or you can just write math.sqrt. Okay, and then the last one, the parameter list for user defined method. Okay, so parameter list, what is the parameter? Okay, parameter is here. This one is the method call, this one is the parameter. Okay, so just write INTP, comma INTQ. So this is the answer for question number 1. Okay, next is question 2. Write Java assignment statements for the following algebraic equation. So given you 3 type of equation, okay, you need to write the Java statement. Okay, so the first one, a, y equal to a square, and then plus b square, and then minus 4ac. So we need to use the parenthesis kurungan kita kena gunakan for this one here, here and here. Okay, you can use method, standard library method, math.pow a in bracket a, and then plus math.pow in bracket b, and then minus in bracket 4 times a times c, and then don't forget your semicolon. Or also you didn't have to use the method library method. Okay, just simply write, okay, y equal to a times a plus b times b minus a times c. Okay, next. Okay, given you the assignment statement, where is a division and there is a square root here, and then how to change it to Java statement. Okay, so we can start with here. Okay, 2 times, and then you can use the math.pow or just simply 2 times a times a plus c times c, and then don't forget the bracket because you need to solve this one first. Okay, and then plus a times b, and then divide math. There's no other option. You need to use the method, standard library method, math.sqrt in bracket a plus c. So look at the answer here. Okay, x equal to, in bracket, because you need to solve this top first and then divide by math.sqrt a plus c, and then others also in bracket, a times a plus c times c. Okay, I hope you can understand this. Okay, statement. And the last one, okay, given the following Java codes, determine the value of c and y. Okay, so value of c and y. So what is the value of c? Okay, look at c here. C equal to a plus b. So a is 10, 10 plus b, b is 5, and then minus x divided by c. X is 4.2 divided by c. C is 2. So x 4.2 divided by 2, the result will be 2.1. And then 10 plus 5, you get 15. 15 minus 2.1, we get 12.9. Okay. The next one, 56 modulus 5. So 56 modulus 5, remember modulus is remainder. So the baki dia adalah 1. 1 bagi 2, jawapan dia integer divide by integer, kosong. Dia bukan 0.5, kosong. Dia akan kosong. And then plus A. A berapa? 10. Kosong campur 10, 10. So jawapan dia 10. Tapi Y ni dia declare dalam apa? Dalam double. So jawapan dia akan jadi 10.0 sebab dia dalam double. So jangan terperangkap. Soalan yang ni very challenging lah. Jangan terperangkap. Okay, so this is the answer 12.9 and then number 2 10.0. Okay, kita teruskan ke soalan yang ketiga. Okay, complete the given Java statement to produce the following output by using a while loop. Okay, so you kena practice juga gunakan while. So given you the output, you can count the output 10 until 1. And then the message bravo came out. Okay, so given you the structure. So int n. N meaning that is start. Engine number 1 start with 10. While n, you must stop when it reach 1. Okay, so while n is greater than 0 lah. Must be greater than 0 or greater than equal to 1. Okay, and then system.out.print. Okay, system.out.print n. Okay, n plus. Okay, kita nak keluarkan comma. Kita print tadi n, kita keluarkan comma. So sini ada comma lah. Okay, and then the decrement is n equal to n minus 1 sebab dia menurun. N equal to n minus 1. And then after it reach the 1 and then the last one it will be false. Bila dia false dia akan print bravo. So double quote bravo. Masih ada ni lah double quote bravo. So this is the answer. Okay, ni jawapan dia. Okay, question 3 again. Ini sub question 3 again. Write Java statement to determine the commission rate. Okay, based on sales range given in the following table. So dia bagi awak range. Okay, so write Java statement. Java statement ni maknanya jangan buat full program lah. Focus on the range saja. Okay, kita tak payah buat full statement, full coding. Just buat part of the statement. Okay, so this one is use the selection type of control structure, which you can start with the if statement. So if in the range here, you get the commission here. If the range here, get the commission here. If the range here, get the commission here. Okay, just remember how to write the if statement, multiple if statement. Okay, so if sales is greater than equal to 10,000 and sales is less than equal to 25,000, so commission is equal to 0.05. Okay, 0.05. Okay, and then else if sales is greater than 25,000 and sales is less than 40,000, so commission is 0.15. Okay, and then else if sales is greater than 40,000, commission equal to 0.2. Okay, you can just focus in this if statement, or maybe some of you will declare or initialize the com equal to 0 before it enters the selection part. Also acceptable. Okay. Okay, next question 4. Okay, given the following segment, Java code to read 10 numbers into the array, name numbers and calculate their average. Okay, so you need to create an array, okay, with 10 numbers. Okay, 10 number means the size is 10, and then the name is numbers, and then at the end calculate the average. Okay, given you the parts of the program, but there is a mistake here where the declaration here is not correct. Should be double number, the square sign equal to new double the square sign 10. Yang ini dia salah lah, memang dimaklumkan salah lah hari tu. Okay, So we ignore this part, kita ignore this part, just focus what is below it, okay? What is below it. Okay, so after you have created the structure, then the next step, remember there is 7 steps in array. Number 1, define array. To define array, you need to know the size, you need to know the name of array, you need to know the data type of array. Okay, we assume there is this a definition of array. Okay, after that, we need to create input for the array. Step number 2, input. Step number 3, okay, find all the 5. Okay, ada 5 benda kena cari tu. Kena cari the minimum, the maximum, the frequency, the mean and average. Okay, okay, so there are 7 steps, 7 step in array. Kena check balik tu macam mana nak keluarkan. Okay, so the next step is to input data into the array numbers. So to input data, we need to use repetition. Okay, input data, we need to use repetition. Okay, you can use 4. Normally we use 4 in array. Okay, so this is the answer. So we create the repetition for I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, I is equal to I plus 1. And then get the number, next double. Okay, although the question, okay, so next number, next double, and then get the accumulation for sum because we need to get the sum for getting the average. Okay, after you import all the number, get the sum and then get the average outside the loops, and then it will system.print the average is equal to average. Okay, so for past year question, that's all. Okay, for question number 5, again I repeat the equal question. Okay, I've discussed with you from the first online class, but most of you cannot attend the class, the online class, because of your internet connection. Okay, so now the question 5 again I discuss with you. Okay, because I think it's important. This is the last question in equal. Equal. Okay, so let's look at the question. Okay, write Java program using one-dimensional array. Okay, array has been bold, meaning that question here you need to use array. Okay, Bidara Teguh company pays its 30 salesperson on a commission basis. So there are 30 salesperson, meaning you need to create an array. The size is 30. Okay, the size is 30. The salespeople receive 200 per week plus 9% commission of their gross sales for that week. So you need to calculate the you need to calculate the salary per week. Okay, per week salary is given per week. So 200 per week plus 9 commission, and then need to create the formula for their salary according to this statement. Okay, so 200 plus 9 over 100 times the commission. Okay, times the commission. Okay, for example, a salesperson who grosses 5,000 in sales in a week receive 200 plus 9 over 100 times 5,000, so total of 650. Their salary is 650. Okay, write Java program using an array of counters that determines how many of the salesperson earn salary in each of the following range. Assume that each salesperson salary is shortened to an integer amount. Okay, shortened to an integer amount, you can ignore it. Okay, actually you need to enter the salary in double. Okay, because the formula also involves calculation in the double. Okay, so you ignore this part. Okay, so this is the range. Okay, what you need to do, you need to determine how many of the salespeople earn salary in the following range. So in the following range, how many people get this range of salary? And then the second part, find the highest and lowest salary earned by Bidara Teguh salesperson. Okay, remember the 7 steps in array. This is included of the steps. Find the frequency and then get the highest and lowest. Okay, let's look at the answer. Okay, we can answer it parts by parts. Okay, step number 1, declare your array. So declare array, you need to know the data type, the square and the data type, the array names and the size. Okay, when you know the data type, array name and size, so you declare it. So we declare 2 types of array, which the first one is sales, the second one is salary. Okay, and then INTI, I is for your engine 4. Okay, and then define all the accumulation equal to 0. We need to use the accumulation later on to get the frequency. So you need to assign it equal to 0. Okay, and then create your for. Okay, inside your for here, the first for, what we need to get here, number 1, we input the value inside the array and then calculate using the formula and assign it to the array salary. So this 2 array will be filled with the numbers. Okay, this one input from user, this one process and insert into the array salary. Okay, and then print out. Okay, print out the salary for salesperson. Number 1, and this is just numbering. 1 equal to RM, what is the salary? Okay, print out. Okay, and then do your filtering, the selection to get the frequency for each range. Okay, ni kita buat filtering for each range tadi tu, so kita buat dia punya frequency ataupun accumulate one by one. Okay, so settle parts number 1, you have input and then you get the frequency. Next, number 2, to get the highest and lowest. So to get highest lower, we set the highest and lowest as salary 0. The first salary is the highest and lowest. And then we use the for to check to filter which one is the highest one by one. So we'll filter according to the salary. Salary highest one by one. After you get the value, then we print the value here. And also don't forget to print the frequency value on top. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, I hope you can follow my class today. And today I'm not doing my class in WhatsApp. I just giving you the slides, and then you want you to refer to my YouTube channel. Okay, to get the explanation about the online class today. Okay, that's all for today. Inshallah, we meet again tomorrow. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.